Hey folks, Dave here with Reloading Unlimited. Wanted to take a second to answer one of the questions I get a lot, or talk about one of the questions I get a lot, which is, what do I need to get started reloading? A lot of folks think they have to go out and buy a really expensive press to get started, and it's simply not true. For right here, less than 50 bucks, you can start out with the Lee reloading kit, which all you have to have with these two kits is a hammer. With the pistol kit, you're going to full length resize. You can remove your primer, press a new primer in. Even comes with a nifty little spoon to fill with powder. As long as you follow the load data that comes with it, you don't have to have a scale, you don't have to have anything else but what's in this box and a hammer. The rifle kit is a little bit more involved. Not really involved, but the rifle kit takes a little bit more practice. You can only resize the neck of the cartridge, so you have to make sure the cartridge was fired in your rifle first. It's not a very good option for you AR guys. It's going to work really well for the bolt action guys. Either of these kits are less than 50 bucks. Either one you can throw in your backpack if you're a backpacker or maybe a prepper. You can always have that with you, so you've always got the ability to reload your ammunition. The next step up, or the next step in line, is the Lee hand press. This guy is an ingenious little invention. All you really have to have is this hand press and a set of dies. The dies make it a little bit better because you can full length resize. So if you're carrying your AR in the woods and you want to always make sure you've got ammo, this guy's your best bet. With this kit, a set of dies, and a way to prime. You can either use a hand primer, or there is an apparatus, a ram prime that goes on top that'll allow you to reprime your spent cases, and then you can continue on shooting those. Moving right on up the line, we've got a Lee single stage press. These presses by themselves sell right around $50 all the way up to the $100 mark for a kit. This one's mounted in a neat little jig we use just so we can change out presses quickly. Single stage press is obviously not going to be as portable. You're going to need a good sturdy bench to go with it, but it is a great way to reload and very inexpensive. You can get started, as I said, for less than 100 bucks. Now, all these options here are rather slow. The best you're going to do with these is maybe 50 rounds in an hour. So if you're looking to speed up a little bit more, then the next step up is going to be a turret press. This is the Lee Value Press. It has a cast aluminum base. It really catches a lot of flack. Some guys really don't like this cast aluminum base. It's very efficient. It works quite well. This press is going to run you a little less than $200, very similar to the way it's set up here. It is auto indexing, which simply means that the turret turns every time you actuate or you function the handle. Depending on what press you buy, you can buy the press by itself or a startup kit, which I highly recommend if you're a beginner, because the startup kit comes with everything you have to get started reloading. It's going to come with a safety prime system. It's going to come with a turret. The only thing you have to have besides the startup kit is a set of dies. The next step up from the startup kit is going to be your Lee Classic Press. I really like the Classic Press. It has a cast iron base. It's a lot sturdier. This thing's going to be around, this is one that I purchased, and it's going to be around when my grandkids are reloading. I believe in it that well. It's that sturdy. Here again, it is auto indexing, so the turret turns every time you actuate the handle. It comes with a safety prime system. If you buy depending on which startup kit you buy, it comes with a safety prime system. And so all you have to have is a set of dies in your favorite caliber. Obviously, neither one of these are going to be quick on the go, nothing that you're going to throw in your backpack and run off with. Either one of these presses is a great press. Either one will load calibers as small as 25 auto and as large as maybe 300 Win Mag. There's a clearance issue when you get into the .338 Lapua or anything that large, but if you're loading for a rifle like that, you're probably going to be using a very accurate single stage press. But these are great options, great cost-effective options for the guy who just needs to reload 500 rounds a week. You can do more than that on them, but in an hour's time, you can load 250 to 500 rounds, depending on how well you know how to operate the equipment. Okay guys, so the next step up from your Lee turret press is going to be your Lee progressive presses. This particular press is the Lee Pro 1000. It's set up in 380, and it comes with the 380 dies. It comes with a 380 shell plate. So you order it ready to rock and roll. Obviously, you're going to want to make sure and check the adjustments on your dies to make sure they're set properly. You'll have to install the case feeder. You'll have to install the powder dropper. But for very little bit of maintenance and little bit of adjustments that you have to do to it, it's a great way to start. And it's going to speed you up. Probably you can get 1,000 rounds an hour out of this guy if you're running it right. This piece is the Lee Loadmaster. Great piece of equipment. It's new to me. We've only had it for a few thousand rounds at that. I've learned some tweaks that we've had to do to it. Simple stuff, nothing major. Polished the bottom of the shell plate holder and tinkered with my priming system, which Lee has upgraded recently. Since I've got the new one, I've not had any more issues with my primers. But it's a great piece of equipment. I went ahead and changed to the RCBS Uniflow powder dropper. Got the automated linkage on there. I like it a little bit better than the Lee Auto Disc. The learning curve on Lee Auto Disc is probably nothing to master, but I was already used to this piece of equipment. It fit on there, so why not go ahead and go with it. But anyway, guys, this is the Progressive, and like I said, these are going to be for you guys that are shooting 1,000, 1,500 rounds a week. They're really needing to churn out some ammo. These are inexpensive ways to start. Less than $300, less than $200, and either one you decide to go with, there's lots of information out there about them. Lee has great customer service, and they're very helpful. All right, folks, that's the Lee Progressive presses. Appreciate you watching the video. Hey, come check us out at reloadingunlimited.com. I'm going to go reload. Are you? Are you reloading? Are you? They're not getting it, man. I'm sorry.